Hi folks, thanks for stopping by. My name is Dustin Furlow and I'm here hanging out at Cedar Rock Studio Guitar Gallery in Indiana. It's my great pleasure to be showing you this 2012 Petros Grand Concert model. And it's actually a 12 fret configuration, which is a new thing for me. If you've probably seen any of the Petros demos we've done here, I think we've done about 4 or 5 now. They've always been 14 frets. This one's got a bit of extra sweetness to it. It's a tunnel 13 Redwood for the top. Just pretty much as good a cut of Redwood as you can find, and really lovely Claro walnut for the back and sides. I'm a really big fan of this tonewood combo, as you've probably heard on previous demos, but this stuff, just me and Alan were just kind of cheesing earlier when we took this out of the case, because there's just such a dramatic fiery red figure to this walnut. I'll blow up photos so you can see that a bit more clearly, but this combo is, especially with the way that Bruce and his son Matt voice the guitars, it's extremely resonant and sweet, has a very singing quality to the melodies and the top treble strings, but there's also this really nice woody fundamental, so you can play a variety of tempos and dynamics without sort of getting lost in the busyness of the harmonic qualities. So and it's a 12 fret, so for me, with this body style being 15.5, it really added this extra sophistication to the mid-range that I was a really big fan of. It doesn't sound boxy. It's just this very like warm, enveloping sound. I'll play something for you. We're at C, G, D, G, B, E, so basically standard with a drop G, a drop C. So just a really pure sound with this tonewood combo. I mean, every Petros I've played, one of the main words I would use to describe the sound is very pure. There's really no other sound that, or no other builder that has sort of a similar tone to what Bruce and Matt have achieved. And they sort of dome the backs and belly the top just a bit, and I think that really helps. They basically pre-stress it, and it's sort of similar to what a couple of other builders have done, but it kind of gives the trebles this nice, like, it's hard to describe, but when you play the guitar, it has sort of a nice plunk to it. You really get a sense of the attack, of the way it's activating the soundboard, so I really like that. Redwood tends to be, well, tonal 13 Redwood, in my experience, tends to lean just a touch closer to spruce than it does to cedar. There's a bit more headroom there. So it's a bit more versatile. It doesn't have that sort of compression from the beginning to where when you play gently, that's pretty much what you got. That tends to be the quality with most cedar topped guitars. With this, you can really dig in quite a bit, and I'm a big fan of that. So let's talk about the specs. So this has a ebony bridge with nice inlays here, bone saddle, bone nut, ebony fingerboard. The rosette has this really nice tunnel 13 font inlay that I've seen on a couple Petroses now, with a nice 1880 lettering there. It's got abalone top purfling, as you can see. Really gorgeous stuff. I just love how elegant Matt and Bruce's guitars are. It's got a nice maple purfling on the fingerboard. And the head veneer is Claro walnut with that continued nice inlay for the truss rod cover and for the tuner buttons, which feels really nice when you're tuning the guitar. It's just got this sort of like wooden texture to it. Nice Goto gold tuners to go along with it. I didn't mention earlier that there's a butternut neck, and the reason for that is that butternut is a very light but strong wood, much like mahogany but a bit lighter. So the reason for that is because Petros guitars are just, in general, very light guitars, and so Bruce chose butternut and has stuck with that for many of his builds, especially the walnut and redwood ones that tend to be lighter, so that way you're not getting this sort of like heavy neck, which will eventually fatigue your left hand faster than it should. So that's kind of the reasoning for that. I also just love the look of it too. It's a bit lighter. And the other thing that I didn't mention is that there's this really beautiful inlay for the center strip that has a really nice texture to it. And blow up photos of that as well. It's just a really nice contrast against the really figured walnut. It's like a work of art, really. If I owned this guitar, I would spend probably as much time looking at it as I do playing it. Petros guitars are just, I mean, they're their own thing, much like, you know, other brands like Samaji or Loudon or Martin or Taylor or whatever. They're all their own thing. Petroses are their own thing. There's nothing that sounds like them. So really special guitars, really great for fingerstyle. This is a 25.5 scale as well. I think I skimmed over that. 2 1/4 saddle spacing, 1.78 nut width, which is my personal favorite, a bit more forgiving for fingerstyle stuff. It's got a nice slim C neck, very comfortable. And it also comes with a really nice red Colton case, so you can take it with you if you ever want to travel, not worry about it. If there's anything else that I could answer for you or Alan, it does have a K&K Trinity pickup in it, which is my favorite pickup. Soundboard transducer blended with a mic, mono signal out. If there's any other questions, you can email Alan at cedarrockstudio.com. Appreciate it.